The Black Hills of South Dakota became one of our favorite places to explore this summer, and today we're excited to share with you not only our adventures, but how to get the most out of your time here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. The Wildlife Loop in Custer State Park became one of our favorites. We made a video not too long ago with all the information you need to know about the Wildlife Loop. But y'all, whoa! That's how we both felt about the Wildlife Loop, and we ended up doing it 4 times before we left. I'll leave a link to the video down below, and we also include Mount Rushmore in that same video. Everything that we discuss in this video I'll have linked down below, including any additional information. The passes for Custer State Park are $20 for 1 week, or what we did, the $36 for an annual pass. Mount Rushmore was definitely at the top of our list, and it did not disappoint. It cost $10 to park your car, and that also included admission. There's also RV parking available. We did not know this the first time we went, but there's an evening lighting ceremony that they do every night. Times vary throughout the year. We recommend getting there an hour and a half early, and we also grab some ice cream to enjoy the show. From leaving Mount Rushmore, we took Highway 16A back to our campground. The tunnels were wide enough to fit our dually. They are one way, so make sure you are considerate of those coming and going. We also recommend doing it in the morning or in the off season, because we have heard that the tunnels can get pretty backed up. And the coolest part was you can actually see Mount Rushmore from a distance. Before you enter a tunnel, there's actually some pull-offs to where you can allow the other car to come through. So if you're unsure of whether or not your car will fit, there are plenty of turnaround places for you. Speaking of tunnels, we also did Needles Highway in our dually. Yes, you heard that right. We did Needles Highway in our dually. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
Honestly, I'm going to say 8.
Oh, that's
8 or
pretty
9.
good.
It's
that's
gonna
actually
work.
pretty good.
I think it's going to work.
Okay. We did a whole separate video, so if you want to see us stress out, link will be below. Also, the RV park gave us this map, which you can find pretty much everywhere. It provides height and width clearance for all the tunnels, as well as places to eat and things to do. Just like Highway 16A, there are plenty of turnoffs for you to pull over and to take pictures, as well as if you're unable to go through the tunnels, it's very easy for you to turn around. There are also plenty of off-road vehicles that you can rent in the area, so that way you can still enjoy this beautiful nature. Right off of Needles Highway is Cathedral Spires Trail, a 1.5 mile round-trip trail. Parking is limited, so we definitely encourage you to get there early in the morning. We would definitely do this hike again. We actually took our time and spent a couple of hours. There are a few instances where you do have to climb up over rocks, so just be mindful of that. But the views were absolutely breathtaking. This hike is in Custer State Park, as well as the next hike we did, which was Black Elk Peak Trail, the highest point in South Dakota. The hike is 7 miles round trip. There are a few places where you do have to climb and descend, but the views were all worth it. The trail was paved, and even if you can't do the whole hike, we still encourage you to do at least part of it, just because of the views. Chase and I both agreed that we would definitely do this hike again if we were ever back in the area. Last hike we did was roughly 1 mile around Sylvan Lake. We saw plenty of people out swimming in the lake and with paddleboards and kayaks. There is also a general store, but we also recommend you get there early for parking. The trailhead for Black Elk Peak also starts at Sylvan Lake. We absolutely love Jewel Cave National Monument. You do need a ticket to tour the caves. The tickets for both of us were $16 a piece, We highly recommend you get the tickets ahead of time because space is limited each day. Chase and I both agreed that we would definitely tour this cave again. Link for more information will be down below. Another cave we explored was Rushmore Cave at Rush Mountain Adventure Park. This cave is smaller than Jewel Cave, but we learned so much from both tour guides in both caves. The Rushmore Cave cost $41 for both of us to tour, and both tours were roughly an hour long. The Adventure Park also offered a coaster ride, which Chase really wanted to do. It cost us $36 to do together. There is no footage because Chase went really fast. The Adventure Park also offers other activities as well as package deals. Another ride we did was the Alpine Slide at Rushmore Tramway Adventures in Keystone. We absolutely loved it and would do it again. We did the package ride for 5 rides for $80. I did 2 rides, Chase did 3. If Chase had his way, we would probably be here all day. The Adventure Place also offers zip lines and other activities as well, but the best part is when you take the chairlift up and you actually get to see Mount Rushmore. At the top of the hill, there is a garden where you can walk around and get more views of Mount Rushmore, as well as a grill where you can get food before descending on the Alpine Slide. Link will be down below as they offer a bunch of different packages. We also went to Crazy Horse Memorial. Now, because it is still under construction, you can't get as close as you would Mount Rushmore, but you pay $15 a person and that gives you access to the Visitor Center, a video of the history of Crazy Horse, Native American artifacts, and history. We paid the extra $5 a person to take a bus closer to go see Crazy Horse. We highly recommend if you go see Crazy Horse to take the bus ride as well, as you get more history and a closer look. We absolutely loved and highly recommend taking the 1880s train. We started in Hill City to Keystone and back to Hill City. The only food and beverages that you're allowed to take are the ones that you can purchase in the gift shop or the Highliner Eatery, which is a converted coach, and they offer more food and drink options. Since we got there a little bit early before the train left, we both purchased a cup of coffee. The train ride is 1 hour one way. We purchased our tickets the night before. During the summer, I highly recommend you purchase your tickets in advance. Since the train travels the same way there and back, we purchased seats A and B one way and seats C and D the other way. That way we can see the views from both sides of the train. During the ride, the conductor gives history of the Black Hills as well as history of the train. We chose to sit in the open cars, but they do have some enclosed cars that are also available. They offer Oktoberfest and winter festivities as well. Link to all the information will be down below. I highly recommend, especially if you're going to be in the area during that time. We took the first train ride from Hill City at 9 a.m. and got to Keystone at 10. Across from the train station is a little visitor center with maps and more information about Keystone. We walked around for an hour until places for lunch were opening up, since we had a couple of hours to kill before our train left back to Keystone. We chose to have a few hours in between so that way we can visit Keystone and walk around. We ate lunch at Ruby's house right when they opened. We unintentionally ordered an all-fried meal. We had fried mushrooms, which were really good, a Monte Cristo, and fried pickle fries, which were unbelievable. We love the atmosphere and the Old West decor of Ruby's house. We would highly recommend it and we would definitely be back again. By the time we walked around Keystone, ate lunch, and came back, it was a few minutes until we hopped back on the train and headed back to Hill City. We started our journey in Hill City, mainly because it was closer to where the RV park was at. But you can absolutely start your journey in Keystone, go to Hill City, and come back to Keystone. They do offer a rolling cart concession stand during your travel, which is cash only, but our absolute favorite part of the whole ride was Of all the train rides we did this summer, this was by far our favorite, well worth the money, and we would definitely do it again if we were ever back in the area. They do offer RV parking only at the Hill City Depot. As we were approaching the Hill City Depot, the conductor told us that if we showed our ticket, we could get a discount at the South Dakota State Railroad Museum, which is in the parking lot of the railroad station. The museum itself is fairly small, but it has all the information about the railroad companies that served South Dakota from 1872. We spent roughly 30 minutes, but you could easily spend a couple hours looking at all the information. We decided to go to the Badlands National Park as we were only an hour and a half away. We drove most of the main and only road. Most of the sites can be seen by your car, as well as plenty of pull-offs to where you can get out and take pictures. The route we took ended us at the Visitor Center, where they have fossils on display and information about the park. We only spent a half day, but you could easily spend a full day there. They do have a few hikes. We didn't do any of them due to the heat being in the triple digits. More information about the route we took will be in the description below. Heading north from the Visitor Center, you'll end up at Minuteman Missile National Historic Site. We didn't spend as much time as we would like to due to time restraints, but we would definitely want to go back and check out more. From Minuteman, you're not too far from Wall Drug Store. Y'all, we did not know what to expect, but boy, were we surprised. A history of the place will be linked down below, but y'all, it was crazy. I mean, there's an actual chapel in this Wall Drug place. They do have RV parking, so make sure you watch for signs. But we spent a couple hours here, and I think we got lost a few times as well. We did not eat anything, and we didn't get the coffee due to having our dog with us, and the drugstore was closed. But it was definitely a fun place, and if we're ever in the area, we definitely want to come back again. We didn't eat out much, but we recommend the Baking Burrow for excellent Mexican food, as well as a Purple Pie place for amazing pie. Y'all, I had the strawberry and jalapeno pie, which was amazing, and their huckleberry ice cream. We went twice and got different pies each time, and both were amazing. And last but not least, and I know the one that y'all are wondering about, is the RV park we stayed at. We stayed at Gold Valley Camp RV Park. It is a fairly new RV park, and guess what? It's right across the street from where General Custer camped. How cool is that? Since it's fairly new, there's not that many RV sites. All the sites have this very small gravel rock to them, and some of them are pull-through, some of them are back-in. They also have a bathhouse. There is no laundry available, but it is the closest RV park to Custer State Park. The rate was $330 a week, and we ended up staying here for 3 weeks due to Chase's work being rescheduled a few different times. They do have cabins that you can rent as well. They do have a small general store up at the front where you can buy firewood and some goods. This RV park is only a few miles from Custer town itself, as well as conveniently located to all the other activities that we've shown in this video. Mount Rushmore is only 20 minutes away. Custer State Park entrance is only a few miles away. We showed up in mid-August and they had just opened up in May, and we were told that they hadn't advertised the RV park at all, hence why there's not that many people in this RV park. As our journey comes to an end, we want to thank you for coming along with us as we shared our love of the Black Hills, South Dakota with you all today. Link for everything will be down below, as well as any additional information that was not shared in this video. We greatly appreciate you coming along with us, and we hope that you subscribe as we continue on our RV life journey.